All right, let's move on this evening. Cattle rustling and banditry have been blamed for the loss of lives in northern Kenya. Efforts to disarm such communities have done little or nothing to stop the practice and end the loss of lives, the latest being the killing of 21 police officers. However, an initiative funded by FAO, the European Union, and the Swiss agency could change all that and give hope to warring communities that have not known peaceful coexistence. Linda Ogutu reports.
For years, peaceful coexistence between the Karamojong of Uganda and Turkana in Kenya has been elusive. Hundreds of lives have been lost in the hostility that has revolved around cattle rustling between the two communities. It is a hostility that thawed when this monument was put up, a representation of a peace agreement signed between the two communities that would see the young men in the two communities give up their arms and venture into businesses. Lokiriama location along the Kenya-Ugandan border is a witness to this new way of life for warriors.
They realized that what they were doing was contributing not only to deaths and sorrow, but also to food insecurity. And they decided to join the pastoral field schools, and right now they have put their guns down.
The peace agreement signed under the program dubbed Pastoral Field Schools has seen most of the dreaded rustlers change into traders and farmers. In the schools that are also known as schools without borders, they have been transformed into productive members of the society and reminded of the importance of making a living without shedding blood.
During these sort of the pastoral field schools, people mingle and they discuss issues, even peace.
And so relative calm and peace has since prevailed in the region. Even the old take refuge in their sleep, knowing that that sleep will not be interrupted by the sound of a gunshot. The young men, popularly known as Ngorokos, who would have been disturbing his sleep, engaging the Karamojong from Uganda, are held up at the school located under trees. Already, tens of youth who openly admit to killing tens and stealing hundreds of livestock have been turned into reformed warriors. One of them is Echom Lodoyo. It took time for him to give up his guns and open a small shop to cater for his family. It has been a while, but he says the shop now takes care of his entire family. The father of 7, who openly confesses to killing several cattle rustlers, says his attitude changed 2 years ago when he was approached by church elders and teachers to join the program.
Akaanzisha biashara.
Ikia taba.
Akanunua tumbako.
Sukari.
Sukari.
Posho. Akiwa kwa roza chakwa kanta.
Siku nyingine magari kutoka Moroto wasikaleta mahindi
yakano.
Achukua ngano.
Mejeni.
He says he has money to take his children to school and he can easily feed them without turning to his gun and seek ways of survival. In fact, some of his friends have been asking him about the program.
Wanamsumbua sana. Mara kwa mara wanamsumbua. Wewe uliwezaje kuingia katika haya maisha?
Assistant Chief of Lochor Alomala has been involved in reforming the young men. He says convincing them to abandon the practice has not been easy.
Hatuko tunawapatia tu kwa siku moja. Kubadilika kwa mtu ama kwa jambo fulani sio kitu ambacho kinafanyika tu kwa wakati mmoja. Ni lazima ichukue muda.
For the women here, the rush to hide children in the midst of raids are now a thing of the past. So peaceful has it been that Sarah Loboin now has time to rear goats.
Ile knowledge tulipata ndio nikajua kulisha mbuzi yangu ya token. Na vile niliingia kwa FFS ilinionyesha akili mingi kama mimi Sarah.
And so slowly the sound of gunshots is becoming alien for the residents of Lokiriama location. Hope is that with this program, the future generation will be one that will embrace the peace that this generation has nurtured. And that such programs can be introduced to several warring communities, if only to stop senseless killings in the name of banditry and cattle rustling. Linda Ogutu, KTN.